welcome back everybody. ASAP Grim here. This is the continuation of our Endless Space tutorial. And literally we're playing the tutorial. I'm learning this game, so we're going to start our countdown timer. And we have one turn left for baryonic shielding. Was it time for me to hit the end turn button? I think it was. 0 move turns left on that. If I click on Duce, we have stuff being built, and if I click on Primus, it's the same thing. One of these days I'll get used to checking up here. That's the fast way of doing it, which I just learned in this series. So end turn. And we have the baryonic shielding now. We are slotted to look at rare earth phones. Is that necessary? There's a bunch of events happening. Moral response, the effective response, victory without even a single weapon fired in anger. Balking at the buildup of your military forces, the rebels surrendered their fleet. Although their ships were too archaic to be useful, they had developed an interesting new technology. The biggest shock, however, was the identity of the rebel leader. Your sister, Lena, wasn't blessed with only one child, Victoria. She had another, an identical twin, Julinka. So this is a K. Okay. This letter here is a K. So Julinka was trying to lead a coup or something. And we have now acquired Punisher drives. That is awesome. Part 2. Julinka, the traitor, refuses to speak. She is too young to be the true mastermind behind the rebellion. But of that individual's identity, there is no clue. You will not sanction any violence against your sister's blood, so she languishes in solitary confinement. In the deepest depths of your Inquisitor's redoubt, oh goodness, Lena claims to have never laid eyes upon the girl, claims she must have been wrestled away at birth and raised by those who plotted against the Empire. Of her twin, Victoria, there is no sign. The girl going to ground as soon as she heard news she wasn't a lone child. Out of shock or something more you do not know. You need time to untangle this dark web. The rebellion might be no more, but the fact it ever existed in the first place haunts your days and disturbs your nights. Who can you really trust? Every day you grow a little older, get a little closer to the day you will no longer be able to lead this great empire. You decide now is the time to name the Emperor-elect and consolidate your power while you still hold it. The 3 candidates are obvious. First Protector Hadre Linko, stalwart bodyguard for so many years and a hero among the Empire Hawks. Lena Zalevas, your own flesh and blood sister. A woman who, despite her smoldering anger, would make an iron leader and keep a Zalevas on the throne. Or should it be Petra Mandzukic, the brilliant head of advanced research, a woman who'd pioneered several chilling technologies that had transformed your army's fortunes? Somebody who could grasp the opportunities of this new starfaring era. All 3 of them have their appeals, huh? The choice is not easy. Peace of mind is hard to find. Until you learn the identity of the rebellion ringleader, though, you will have no real peace. It could be one of them, but choose you must. Build a ship with... It's saying that one of these may be the actual rebel leader, but we have to choose anyway. Okay, Hadre Linko. You are a militarist. No skills mastery. Build a ship with at least 177 offensive military power. The Sharadin is the right choice for Emperor-elect. Strong, respected, and a man who will surely echo your own style given the length of time he has stood by your side. To celebrate his naming, you should build a fitting ship. I like that you get the arguments, like, for each. They frame why you would want to pick this person. Lena, when you can no longer lead this great empire, Azaleva should remain in the seat of power. Lena will be emperor-elect. A fitting tribute should be constructed to mark this great honor you have bestowed upon her. Boost dust production through system improvements, trade routes, colonization of new systems, or other means. And the reward would be Lena Zalevas. Whoa, she's pretty harsh looking. I bet I bet traders would not find their end to be very kind under this woman. No skills mastery. So all of them have no skills. What is she? She's an imperial. She's a counselor and she's religious. Imperial, guardian, and a militarist. And then there's Petra. Only Petra can truly do the Empire justice as we travel the stars. Scientist, realist, leader, and not one to shy away from hard decisions. You will strengthen the Empire's science base to honor her naming. Build new planetary system or empire-wide constructions that boost science or increase your population, or colonize new planets. Produce at least 98 science per turn in your empire. Mandzukic. Petrick Mandzukic. She's an imperial, a seeker, and a scientist. Well, these two, at least from a narrative perspective, they appeal to me the most. This one because just what they mentioned. He's been at our side for a long time. Our ideology would be carried forward here. This would be our bloodline. And I guess since we're just doing a tutorial, this would be the most traditional pick. Let's go ahead and be nepotists. Is that the right word? Suddenly, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Right. Nepotic, nepotist, I think I am. But we will keep it within the family. Ironically enough, this would probably be the hardest one to accomplish because our economy is not doing very well right now. But I'll pick it. Okay, so we're done with that. Over time, the experience of leading vast fleets or great systems means that your heroes become more able and level up. Via their skill tree, you can then assign the earned skill point. You can then assign the earned skill point and make them even more capable. For each level up, your hero will earn an extra skill point to be spent on improving existing skills or unlocking entirely new ones. Each hero starts with a unique profile of bonuses, but these can be enhanced greatly through the unlocked skills. A third of the skills available are common to all heroes, while the other 2/3 are determined by the hero's class and faction. Assign your heroes carefully to fleets or systems to maximize their effectiveness. Our guy was an industrialist. Heroes gain experience every turn, whether assigned or not, but earn much more when assigned. For heroes assigned as fleet admirals, get into scraps or use fleet actions to boost XP, while for system governors, get building. Okay, we have options. Rousing orator, adept at energizing large crowds during mass rallies through provocative slogans and emotionally resonant arguments, the hero can shape and harness public opinion. Golly, everything about our society is like, it's just based on a narrative. We're not after truth at all. It doesn't look like that. We are realistic. The science seems to be after truth. We're not looking for a narrative that tells us why we should use fairy dust to make iron plating out of, for example, right? But when it comes to what our people believe and stuff, we don't have any interest whatsoever in what may be true from a social science perspective. We only have interest in manipulating them. That's what it looks like to me. Crafting narrative. Everything that I read here just seems to talk about that. During battle, the hero organizes fleet formations in such a way that vessels are less vulnerable to energy weapons. That would be protective formations. Okay, then over here, Cosmic Castaway. During transit, the hero leads small reconnaissance teams away from the main fleet. Performing this recon grants additional... I'm not even going to read through these because I'm using him as a governor. So we're just going to look at these. Optimal operations expert. After years of researching optimal production patterns across multiple sectors, the hero gains localized knowledge of the best workflows to maximize industry and food output on a given system. So +1 of each per population on planets. Over here it was +1 influence per population on planets. Counselor skills. An accomplished financier, the hero also invests their substantial personal resources into the healthy economic functioning of a particular system. Well, we do need to increase our dust production. These two are the ones that I favor the most. And you can see everything just kind of increases off of that. +2 deposit value on strategic resource. Meanwhile, over here, we would get science. This would be things that improve the fleet, so we're not too interested in that. System happiness. Oh, that's pretty nice. Does it require this, or is this tier opened up when we research here? I'm going to select this. Oh, there's 2 levels of it. Nice. Okay, so apply. All right, and we're done. I don't use his ship, so I haven't filled any of that out. Click back. All right, well, that's cool. And we're done with that. And then there's this. And construction was completed on the Tiger Corvette. So that's the first one of our first naval fleet. So we're done with that. Now we need to move forward. Oh, new minor civilization discovered, the Nearest. Are they machines? No, they're biological. They have tentacles. They look like they're seafaring, maybe. Major empires might be true major players of the galaxy, but you ignore minor civilizations at your peril. Each one has a specific personality which determines their initial relations with your empire, as well as their capacity to incite pirate fleets in turbulent times. With the discovery of this minor civilization, you are now in a position to contact them, take a chance, and start negotiations. Hailing from a vibrant ocean world, a short time ago, the Nearest home planet wasn't always so brimming with life. A time of rampant expansion and population growth led to the ecosphere coming close to utter destruction. Oh, wow. Today, endless miles of bleached coral, huge rusting industrial facilities, and the mass graves of extinct fellow sea dwellers still litter the ocean floor. These act as a constant reminder to the nearest and help sustain their ecological outlook on life. Now, among the remains, harmonious technologies maintain clean oceans and support a myriad of colorful life forms. Despite using inventive liquid tanks to traverse the land, the nearest are still most at home in water. The interiors of their spacecraft are more like verdant aquariums than typical sterile ships. Currently neutral with them. Traits: temperate. Temperates are naturally easier to befriend with and will work by themselves toward getting along with everyone. They are mercantile civilizations who believe that money can solve more problems than it causes. Temperate factions provide more dust than other factions. That might help us. Haymakers. With strong bonds between the society and nature, a happier system leads to higher food yields. Effects: +3 agriculture on fertile planets and +2 agriculture probably on planets in general, I'm thinking. Political output, ecologists are increased, so maybe we'll become like an ecological cult because we have religion picking up here also. And we're starting to get in, we're accruing more and more ecological thought, I suppose. The strength of diplomatic relation naturally evolves positively over time, altering the size of the contributions received. Develop better relations and enjoy higher contributions. Okay. Once sufficiently strong diplomatic relations have been reached, the minor civilization will be in a position to be assimilated. This can also be achieved by force or through assisting via a quest, but note that once military methods are employed, other routes are no longer available. Whatever actions you choose, once assimilated, as well as taking ownership of their star system and shutting down new pirate fleet generation, you will also gain their special assimilation trait. So there's selective migration, declare war, assimilation, we have to reach a certain diplomatic range for that, and influence here. Let's see what it's actually called. Praise. Use your influence to flatter key politicians, which will improve your relations with the faction. Do that twice. Okay. Whether you're orbiting one of your own systems or an opponent's, the guard fleet action can be used to prevent the free movement of the enemy's fleets. In addition, guarding an opponent's system directly impacts their economy. So it's like, I suddenly forgot the word, not boycott. Holy smokes, it's like the word was just in my brain, but when you use your navy to blockade, that's the word I'm looking for, to blockade enemy ports. In addition, guarding an opponent's system directly impacts their economy. Hover the cursor over the guard fleet action for more details. Guard fleet right here. Guard the system. Stops enemy ships for 1 turn when entering orbit. Blockades opponents' systems, lowering their influence, dust, and science production, and negating production of luxury and strategic resources. Wow, that could be pretty powerful. Okay. Well, we have a couple options here. I haven't looked at this system yet. Oslo 1, medium Mediterranean, and it's colonized. That must be that minor faction. Medium Boreal, unavailable. Oslo 3, medium barren, inhospitable. Okay. We have several curiosities to research. Expedition successful. Subterranean. Oh, we found Hyperium. A word coined by contracting hyperdeuterium. This is a high isotope of hydrogen whose extreme density makes it an ideal source of fuel. Okay. Well done. Through fair or foul means, your empire has acquired some strategic resources. Critical to the creation of a stronger society, their possession should always be treated with utmost seriousness. 6 different types of strategic resources exist in the galaxy. They can be used to help build more sophisticated improvements or ship modules once the necessary research has been performed in the tech tree. Here they are. Titanium. We'll read them when we find them. Hyperium. Adamantium. Antimatter. Orichalcix. And Quadrinix. Orichalcix. Orichalcix. I'm going to say that's how that's pronounced. I might be wrong. When revealed, strategic resources are automatically exploited from your planets provided the requisite technologies have been researched. Other means of gathering them include exploring curiosities, completing quests, diplomatic exchanges, and buying on the marketplace. Okay. Let's send the other probe. And we have titanium reserves. Deed Seeker of Truths completed. Achieved objective. Be the first to successfully search 10 curiosities. Nice! Outcome, congratulations, you have achieved this legendary deed. Other empires can no longer hope to obtain it. And we have been given 60 super spuds, which give us plus 15% ship buyout reduction on system and 15% construction buyout reduction on system. All right. Let's see, we read this stuff already. I need to stick around because I need to get this curiosity right here. So we'll pause on exploration. Notice how this circle is filled in. That means that it's colonized. This planet has been colonized by another empire. This planet cannot be colonized because it has a curiosity. So that's what that flashing circle means. This one also has a flashing circle. This is the one that we weren't advanced enough to check out. We have, oh, that's right. I wanted to open science. So we're researching this right now. So it gave us this, and then it automatically moved us to this. And this allows us to colonize Savannah. So I probably need to build a colony ship. What does this do for us? Scarce and difficult to manipulate, rare earth metals are nevertheless critical to many advanced technologies. The ability to create viable metallic foams from these unusual metals gives a boost to cutting-edge astrotechnology. 218 science. And we'll be able to colonize Mediterranean. And it gives us access to a debris analyzer. Science per destroyed command point can only be installed on support ships. Okay. I need to get back into industry. So as soon as this is done, we're moving back over here. And also, this right here is like the key thing of our empire. And of man, I am heavily invested over here in science, huh? Did I research this? No. No, I have not. Okay. Let's get out of this screen. And we're waiting with our exploration ship. We need to get... Let me check on Primus. Can I build a settler, I guess? It would take 35 turns. Let's go back over to Doucet. If I queue up the settler, it would be done in 13 turns, but if I move it to the very top, it's done in 3. Okay, now click back, move over here, colonizable. No appropriate fleet orbits this system. What's these are filled. This planet can be colonized by your empire. Oh, okay. So filled circles mean that I can colonize. Tiny and tiny. So I actually need 3. Let's just go with the 1 for right now, because I need to get that navy built. Okay, let's end turn. Why are we going down -7? Demographic luxuries. Ding, ding, ding. Good news. You've gathered enough of a luxury resource that is associated with one of your population types to enable you to fine-tune your empire's demographics. Open the Senate screen and then the population overview screen to learn more. Gathered enough of a luxury resource associated with one of your population types to enable you to fine-tune your empire's demographics. Okay. Open the population overview screens. I guess it's this. Population details. Well, listen up. This is how it breaks down. Each population type present in the galaxy is associated with a specific randomly chosen luxury resource. If you gather enough of a luxury resource for one of the population types in your empire, you can use that luxury resource to prioritize the growth of that population type and preference to any others in the same system. In this way, you can subtly adjust the makeup of your empire's population. That's interesting. So we have social engineering going on. Displays the threshold and population units of this civilization, which unlock collection effects on your empire. +1 influence. And these are imperials. A population reacts to political events so that it can augment or reduce the effects of this event. Also, special traits can generate alternate effects on other political parties. So here's our industrialists. When an event increases industrialist support, the Imperial's population will increase that support by double the amount. When an event increases scientist support, the Imperial population will also increase that support an equal amount. The Imperial population will also add an equal amount of support to industrialist politics. That's kind of nice. Ah, here it is, Super Spuds. Click to favor this population, boosting its chance of being selected when a new population emerges in a system, and doubling its population effects on planets. This effect lasts for 10 turns. And then the lattice, the super lattice or whatever it was called, this is a lattice type. It's something lattice is the one that works for the Yusho. So I'm going to click this. This population's growth is being affected by a booster. 10 turns left. Ah, that's pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff going on in this game, and it's all interesting. Population gained of Yusho. A pop of Yusho. That's the militarist one. Okay. Moving down here. You do not have a probe yet, so we got to wait another turn. All right, let's end turn. We have one more turn left here. Do we have a probe? Yes, one. And we gained Transvine. We have a lot of Transvine, huh? And now we're going to go kind of in this upward direction, I think. And there's my timer. Okay, and we have one turn left until rare earth phones as well. How far are we from this settler? Also one turn. All right, well, that will happen in the next episode. Hey, guys, this is kind of spur of the moment for me. And I don't normally ask for comments or anything, but I'm really enjoying this game. And I think I like it more than Stellaris. So I'm just asking you guys, do you have a preference? I promise you I'm not trying to pump you for comments to help the channel or anything like that. I don't really think there's anything wrong with that, with people doing that. It just, accept the idea that if your motivation is to improve the algorithm, then it comes off as disingenuous whenever you're telling everybody, hey, I want to know what you think. And that bothers me. That has always bothered me. So I'm really not trying to throw shade on anybody else. I'm just trying to indicate to you that you're not going to really get that from me. It runs contrary to my natural persona. What I'm asking is genuine. Do you have a preference between what you've seen with this game, or maybe you're a veteran of this game, and what you've seen, or maybe you're a veteran of Stellaris? And if you do, what are your reasons? Because from what I'm seeing so far, I really like this game. This is a lot of fun. The mechanics are different. I really enjoy the storyline context being added. The artwork is fantastic. I think the mechanics, not only are they different, but they're more interesting to me. And we haven't seen everything yet. I just know I don't even want to say I'm having a lot of fun. That's the wrong word. I'm very intrigued. This game is holding my attention like a good movie, you know? I'm very intrigued. All right. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel, everybody. I hope you like what you saw. I hope all is well in your little corner of the world. If not, I wish you the absolute best of luck. There's a lot of weird things going on, a lot of drama, man. And like I say, we all seem to be in the same boat to one degree or another. There's something that we can relate to one another on. We may not be walking in each other's shoes, but we can relate to each other on some things in a way that has not always been true in the not so distant past. So all the empathy towards you, and thoughts and prayers with you. I know that sounds silly, right? Some people, they mock that, they laugh at it. Where do I send my thoughts and prayers check and stuff like that? I don't know what else to tell you. That's a genuine feeling from me. You know, that's a genuine expression that I'm handing out to people sight unseen. Okay, so at any rate, I will see you guys in the next episode where this story continues.